Hi, welcome to Enter the Bunker, where we launch you into thriving. Each week we talk about a different virtue that can be used as a building brick to build your own personal bunkers. We share personal stories, as well as tips and tricks to help you thrive instead of survive. So sit down, relax, and enter the bunker.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Enter the Bunker, this week's Thriving Thursday for Contentment. My name's Kelly.
And I'm Jonathan.
And I guess we're just going to have like a little discussion today.
A little discussion.
Yeah. So we're going to thrive on this Thursday about what we are content with.
What are we content with? I'd like to know, everybody who is in the chat, what you're content with. Let's hear.
I feel like that's such a broad question. What
Well-
are you content with? I'm like, my
Okay.
life.
Let's start with, are you content? Well, I know what the answer to this is already going to be, but
Right.
Are you content with your job?
Of course.
Okay. Everybody else, are you content with your job?
Yeah,
Because a
let
lot of
us
people
know.
aren't.
They
Right?
aren't, yeah.
Some people aren't. Some people are. What are you content with?
There's so many different things you could be content with your job as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you could go into like, are you content with the time, with your schedule? Are you content with the people you work with? Are you content with the way you're respected? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, there's an overall contentable.
Contentable. I just made that up.
Okay.
just
A
went
Jonathanism.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I feel like there's just a lot saying, are you content in life? I don't know. I just feel like that's such a broad question.
So if you break it down, just like you did with your job,
Right.
if you are content in life, look at your job, look at your family, look at your vision of your life,
Mm-hmm.
and is it going in the direction that you expect? And then are you content with knowing that that's what's going on? Like, is it,
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
yeah. So if you do that, then the question is, what are you content with? I guess that's what things are on course for where you want to go with your life,
Yeah.
and what things aren't.
Yeah.
Right.
I know when you really ask that question, you're like, you said where you are and where you want to be. Are
Yeah.
you content with that? And in my head, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
but I am because I'm on the right path. I just
Right.
want to get there quicker. But I know life's life and it is what it is.
That's
so I
right.
have to be in the moment and content with where I am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how you're happy.
Yeah.
Right.
When I look and think about everything in my life, I'm pretty content with it. There are things I could change that would make me feel more at peace. Take those steps.
Yep.
We did a podcast on the steps on how to be more content. So
That's true.
check it out.
So you can check out the podcast, see how to do that.
All right. So what are you not content with?
What am I not content with? I'll just say it. The government.
The government.
Yeah. I am not content with it. You want to talk about the vision of what a government should be and what it should do compared to what we're seeing today? It's just, yeah, there's nothing to be content about at all
Do you
there.
know what though? I feel like a lot of people don't. You said if you know what the government, if you see what the government does and should do,
Yeah.
but a lot of people don't know what they should do.
A
They
lot-
don't
yeah.
know what right is or what is the right way. They trust
Yeah.
what they're,
That's part of this. Part of the problem is that a lot of people have this idea of,
This is the right way.
yeah, they have an idea of that. Well, we just kind of leave that to the government and they will look out
They'll
for
take care
us.
of us.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't even know how a government is formed or what it's supposed to do or what its actual duties are.
Right.
And if you look at that compared to what's actually going on, then you are going to be discontent. 'Cause
I've actually learned a lot over the, like, I was one who was probably in grade 12 that somebody's like, who's your prime minister? I'm like, Jean Chrétien, because I learned French and I learned social studies in French growing up. And like, I really didn't know. So I don't know politics, but I
Wow.
have learned more about politics in these last 2 years, 2.5 years, than I've ever learned in my entire life. And it's more, I still feel like I only know 10%.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know any of it.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate that, you think living in Canada
Yeah.
that
Home of the free, right?
it would be easy to get that information.
Yeah.
But the truth is that for a lot of people they're blocked. Like they're not able to like really get a clear answer.
And I find like when you do Google something,
Even that's
it's,
manipulated.
yeah,
Yeah. You
nothing
end up
comes up that you're actually looking for.
Yeah, I just don't, I started using DuckDuckGo not too long, like quite a while ago actually,
Okay.
because I couldn't trust the results in Google anymore. Like you compare the two and you're just like, wow, these are completely different.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
So yeah, not content with Google.
Not content with Google. Anything else we're not content with?
I think that Google. Yeah, the reason I'm not content with Google is because it started off with, do no like its mission was do no evil, right?
Okay. See, I didn't
And
even know that.
and they actually took steps several years ago, about five or so years ago, that where they've removed that phrasing.
Oh, really?
Why would a company want to say
Probably how
like,
the emoji was made.
yeah, like why would a company want to like have their slogan be "Do no evil" and then
Remove
take
it.
that away, right? Unless they're planning on doing that, right? So there's just the way that they're handling privacy and how they're handling people's data. Yeah, there's no contentment to be found there, and
Mhm.
it's unfortunate. We're in a very like in between place now between the way things are and the way things are changing and where people want to go.
Mhm.
And I think that because of that, more people are finding that they're finding their vision, right?
Yeah.
And all you can do is really focus on what you have control over, right? So it's easy to be it's easy to like complain about be disconnect with the
Mhm.
government or being disconnected with Google. So like,
Yep.
what are you doing about it? Well, I'm not using Google as much as possible.
Yeah.
I'm not, and so when it comes to government matters, I will engage in a way that steers it in the direction that my vision is that that's the way we should be operating,
Right.
rather than just kind of roll over me with your government stuff, whatever it's going to be. There's nothing I'm going to do about it, so you have to make decisions on how you're going to handle yourself to go towards the thing you want,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
That's basic.
It is basic, but I feel like it's, I don't know. What's Dave say? I thought I would be content with 7 guitars. I was wrong.
Oh,
You want more? Always.
always need more
Really?
guitars.
You're not content with just 7 guitars.
They're all different.
But can't you be content with each and every one of them as their own? So Dave has 7 different guitars, and he's saying that they're all individual, and that he can't be content with just 7. He needs more. I honestly feel like I'm a pretty content person. I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I have a lot that other people don't, so why wouldn't I be content? I don't know. That's how I kind of think of it. Like I don't know. I didn't grow up rich or anything, so but
Yeah.
I feel like I'm giving my kids everything that they need. So what's there not to be content with about life? I mean, there is the government stuff that kind of is in the back of your head every day, but at
Yeah.
the same time, you
So-
just keep going. Just
so-
keep trucking.
So yeah, I mean, like if I was to assess like where I am in terms of like, I don't know, like when you talked about like being, growing up poor and things like that, like that's me too.
Yeah.
But
So I don't know how I could. If you grew up like that, how can you not be content with what you have now if you're not there?
because it's not about what you have, it's about where you're going.
Where you're going? Yeah, I get. Okay.
So it's like, are you going in the direction that you
Right.
want? And is it like you can be in the crappiest place, like you could have like nothing. You could be down and out on the street, right?
Yeah.
And you could be content.
Yeah.
Because you're going towards where you want to be. Now maybe it's not the street, but you know that you're heading there. Yeah, your circumstances suck, but it's because you have that vision to have to be, and that's what's giving you the contentment to go through that suck in
Yeah.
order to be able to get there.
I actually have a story. So I was at the gas station just yesterday,
Okay.
and I seen a mom in there. She's probably my mom's age because I went to school with her daughters. And she walked in there and she was just like the happiest mom, like the happiest person ever. And I could see it off her. I could feel it off her. And you know what? Growing up through junior high, she was the exact same way.
Really?
The exact same way. And I also know that they weren't a very well off family. Like they struggled quite a bit, like more so than what I even say. It said that we did. Like we were medium, I would say, but they struggled. But she still showed up with that smile on her face, and when I was standing there in line and just watching her, because she's just standing there, just smiling, like I'm like thinking, you must have some, I don't know, like she just must have some sort of drive and some sort of goal that she's living towards to be that happy, because I know the struggles that they went through, and for her just to be, I could just get emotional about it, because for her just to stand there and just be who she was and to know who her kids were. And it was really nice to see. And she must have some sort of goal that nobody even knows that she's striving towards to be that happy with all the struggles that they've had as a family.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was nice to see.
Wow. There you
Yeah.
go. Gas station.
And that was just yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not content with the price of gas or groceries.
Get an electric car then. That's what everybody, all the politicians say.
Yeah.
Don't like the gas? Well, you should buy an electric car.
Oh, but cars are double the price they were 2 years ago, because we all can afford that nowadays.
Yeah, never mind that. Just get an electric car. That'll solve it. That's the answer from politicians, right?
Jimmy says, I'm not content with how my bread has turned out the last couple times.
Oh no.
What are you going to change about that, Jimmy Joe?
Yeah, I've got to figure out what's going wrong.
I think you need new yeast if it's not enough rise. Maybe your yeast is getting old.
Oh, pro tip.
Pro tip. That's from my mom.
There you go. Yeast.
I'm content with my home, but I'm not content with my house.
That's interesting.
I'm confused.
Home is where the heart is. So
you're content with all the things in your home, or what?
You're content with your home, like your home is where your heart is. So
right.
So
you're
let's
content
let's just talk about his house, and so he's content with the home in general,
but not his house.
But the house needs work.
So like when you move in, so like I kind of moved into like a crappy dungy trailer one time, but I was all like, home is what you make it.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page
Exactly.
there. I'm not content with the ants in my apartment. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hire a fumigator to come spray the outside of my house, because I'm like infested, and I wiped down my counters. I hired a cleaner to come in and like help me, because I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where they're coming. I have no clue.
Don't you spray around your house?
So this is why I'm going to hire somebody to come do that for me.
Why not? You just got to buy a jug of it at Costco or
Oh, really?
Tire. Yeah, they sell like Ant Be Gone or whatever it's called, and it comes with like this little spray thing, and then
I just spray my house. I spray the outside myself.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Every year I'll do it. Like I'll do that, and I'll just go around my house, and then that way they're not, because they creep into my house too. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I need this in my life.
little fun fact about DeBert, it's actually known as the ant hill.
I believe it. Ants, blueberries, and strawberries. Like you can't get enough of them.
Yeah. And there's like, especially like you go down Masstown Road. I don't know if you ever look to the
ant
look
hills.
to the left. Yeah, there's entire fields
They're
of
like
nothing but ant hills.
2 feet high, some of them.
Yeah.
Huge.
You could turn that one field into a horror film. Like,
Yeah.
it is just like nothing but ants.
I will be content with Ant Be Gone when I spray the outside of my house.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
So you
I
got-
used to sell lots of those when I worked at the hardware store.
oh,
I
there you
bet
go.
so. I didn't know this was a thing. I thought you had to hire somebody.
No, yeah, it's like a $40 jug. It could last you for a couple of years. Like I can use that.
Oh.
I've used that jug like I think for like 2-3 years now. Yeah.
I'm mind blown right now.
Yeah. And it's just got a little spray gun on it. You
Guess
just
where I'm going
shell
after
around.
work to get my contentness.
Canadian Tire.
Contentness. Is that a word?
Content-
Contentness.
Yeah, contentness.
Get
Yeah.
my contentness for the day. I'm going to go buy some Ampigon, and I'm going to spray the outside of my house. And
Yeah.
there's going to be no ants tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
Booyah. All right. So those were the 2 questions for today's live. What are we content with, and what are we not content with?
Do you think that the live kept up with all the things we're content with and not content with?
I feel like definitely stayed on the not content with more so than the content with. So maybe we can go back to more things that we were content with because I feel like we were kind of negative.
You think so?
I don't know, maybe. I
Well,
just feel like we should say more things that we're content with
what are you content with?
in life. I'm content that it's summer. Like that makes that can bring contentness.
So the weather brings the weather
Yeah.
brings contentment.
Yeah, contentment. Yes.
Okay.
Well, like winter, I feel like that's so depressing, right?
Is it?
Maybe not for everybody.
Why can't you be content in winter? I like winter for being able to go skiing and things like that.
That's true. And I actually did get out skiing for the first time this year since junior high. So that was pretty exciting.
There you go.
I'm
So
most content by being near water. See, yes, those are the things. Like I'm content with being near water for sure. I was going to say my pool. I'm very content having a pool this year.
Oh, there you go.
What are more things you're content with?
Uh,
I'm going back to this because we're ending it on positivity. That's why.
so last year I knew that the gas prices were going to go to over $2. I actually projected it to happen sometime in Christmas, but it ended up being a few months out.
I actually remember you telling me this.
Yes. So at that time, I actually tried to buy a Tesla
Yeah.
and I couldn't. And then in January, I decided, okay, they're just never going to deliver it to me.
Yeah.
And so I ended up getting a hybrid.
Yes.
And so thanks to that decision, I'm getting awesome fuel mileage and actually reduced my overall expense. So I was very content with that.
That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah, it was the hybrid. Like not only did my monthly payments for my vehicle went down, my insurance went down, and
your
my
gas
fuel
went
costs
down.
went down. So
That's crazy. Like
yeah.
all around, everything went
Yeah.
down.
and what's
Bye-bye.
crazy and what's crazy is that it's a nicer car than the one I had before.
Can't we all just be that lucky?
It's not luck. I was like, it was because I knew that's what that like I said,
you seen it coming.
I saw it coming
Yeah.
and I took action like because I saw like had a vision of like what's gonna happen in the future. I took moves to make sure that we were gonna be in a better place when that future came.
Yeah.
And that's the way everything should be, right?
Yeah.
Like that's and so here we are now where we got what 210, 220 gas. Like
204.9 today. I filled up.
Yeah. So-
$124.
yeah, won't be surprised if there's like an interrupter clause here in Nova Scotia.
Oh
we're
no,
at-
gas goes up tonight probably.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Thursday. So.
Yeah, because we're coming
yeah.
to Canada Day,
Yeah.
everyone's going to drive, so they're going to be like, "Hey, let's jack it up."
Yeah, I'm surprised
So-
you didn't already.
Yeah, but here in Nova Scotia, we have regulated gas prices, so we actually have like the government deciding what the price is going to be across the province instead of having competition like they do in other provinces.
Yeah, every Thursday either goes
Yeah.
up or down,
Yeah.
unless they put in the
Interrupter clause.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So where they're just like, "Oh, we're not going to wait till Thursday. We're just going to jack it up today," and then you don't know. So.
All right, let's read some more contentment things here and then we'll probably end off this live. So, I'm content with my job, relationships, home, and hobbies. I'm content with the fresh cut grass and fresh laundry. The smell of fresh cut grass is amazing.
We got a ton of it around the bunker today, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I feel
just
like
cut
that's just a weekly thing.
Yeah.
I'll be very content when I'm at the beach tomorrow soaking up the sun.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm content with my relationship, friends, and family. Another one. Oh, Shelby. I'm content. Contentment is definitely something that comes and goes. Comes and goes.
Comes and goes.
I feel like if it goes, you just kind of got to search a little harder for it. It's still there. You just kind of you might gotta dig a little harder.
Well,
right?
it all depends on if you're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
If you're not content, then you gotta
You're probably change the direction.
change the direction.
Yeah. Take
Yeah.
a minute. Step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a minute, step back. We talked about that.
Yeah.
And then like reassess, get back on track. And then once you get in that mindset, then contentment comes really quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I would be more content if I had chocolate.
Oh, I agree.
I do not agree.
I love chocolate.
I'd be more content if I had a donair poutine in front of me right now. Sorry, you guys probably don't have those in other parts of the world. I'm pretty sure that's like a Nova Scotia thing. Donairs.
Are you content with a regular egg or a farm fresh egg?
Really?
Get this, people. You got to listen to this. Listen to this.
Okay, so if anybody knows me, like they know I'm a pretty like natural person. Like I'm very much like I don't take Tylenol unless my head's pounding. My throat's sore. I won't want to go get antibiotics. I want to gargle with tea tree oil. Like,
Justify.
anyways, so I'm not a huge fan of like farm fresh eggs because sometimes I don't know how to explain it.
I can explain it. When you were a kid and you were given Doritos, and it was called cheese flavor, you said, Doritos, cheese. And it's not cheese, it's Doritos. And so now you think that Doritos is like when you feel like, I'd like to have some cheese, you have a Dorito.
No,
So-
I love cheese.
Same thing where when you were growing up on like
White
eggs,
white
that
bleached
were,
eggs.
that were bleached, that
all
were
the same size.
antibiotics, all the same size, everything else that's like pumped into those things to make them look the way they look. That's what was presented to you as a quote unquote real egg.
I know. And
it's
now,
not.
because
It's
you get
literally
eggs
like
that are all different colors. They're all different colors. They are, some are like this big, some are like this big. And I don't know about you, but I'm not okay with eating an egg that's this big. That's like a duck egg or a goose egg.
wow, it's delicious. Everyone in the studio is like, oh yeah, I'd love to get that.
Yeah, I know. They're all sitting there. Pickled eggs. Can we talk about pickled eggs? If you've ever eaten a pickled egg out of a jar at a gas station, we cannot be friends. Just saying. What? Dave has.
But you said that you wouldn't eat a boiled egg that was from farm fresh.
I would if I didn't know.
If you didn't know, what's that?
I don't
What is wrong?
I don't know. I don't know how to explain my insides.
It's so weird because you have this idea in your mind about something that is actually like plastic. Like
Yeah.
it's literally fake.
And I know this.
And you know it.
I know it.
But you've got this aversion to what is actually real. and actually-
100%. And their chickens are free range and they roam around, they lay their own eggs and they pick them fresh every day and then she delivers them to me the next day.
What? Great.
I want the bleached ones.
I personally prefer farm fresh eggs. I started to actually get farm fresh eggs not too long ago, and now that's like I'm surprised that I was even eating those other kind of eggs before because
Bleached eggs.
they don't seem real. Have you ever seen the inside? Like the inside of farm fresh eggs are really bright
Yeah, that's what grosses me out too. Like,
That
why is
should-
that yolk so yellow
because it
and
didn't
orange?
get washed out by all the
Bleach.
chemicals that are pumped into the other ones that you were eating before.
Yeah,
and like
and
not
now
to
my
mention
scrambled eggs are orange and they're not yellow.
antibiotics. Yeah, they should be.
Ugh.
They should be.
And you know what? So screw the world that's for messing with my brain my whole life.
Yeah.
Because I would love to eat these, but now I either eat bleached eggs or I probably won't eat eggs at all.
That's terrible.
But maybe I could try them again.
That's terrible.
I feed them to my kids. They don't know the difference.
There we go. So we see runny yuck.
Runny eggs or hard eggs. For a fried egg, I like it medium that I can dip my toast in it. And that's why I don't want the yolk orange.
You're brainwashed.
I know.
Brainwashed.
And you know what? I know that. I'm sitting here telling you this, that I'm pretty, like,
Yeah.
I know that.
That's crazy.
So maybe I'm going to only buy farm fresh eggs from now on because I'm going to retrain my brain.
If you do that, then you're gonna forget.
21 days, right?
21 days for the
Habit.
habit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it'll take 40 plus for the behavior.
For the behavior. Okay.
Yeah.
40 plus days, I will only have farm fresh eggs in my house.
Okay.
I'm going to do that.
And they're gonna be delicious.
Yeah. So good.
And so much. Think of the nutrition you're getting out of that. Tremendous. Think about you're not.
That's what I'm going to have to think about while eating them, because if not, I'll just be like
You may feel like
healthier.
yeah.
Who
Because
knows?
all the stuff we're ingesting all the time is what's making us sick.
Yep.
Right. Like you said, like it's not because you're getting cold. It's because you ate food that had all kinds of weird chemicals.
I know, and I'm
that
the
your
girl who
body's trying
goes to
take
the
it
meat
out.
market every
Yeah.
day to get the meat that she needs to barbecue or cook.
Yeah.
Like I get fresh meat,
There you
but
go.
why do I use bleached eggs? I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
were talking about how you'd love to have a half a cow in your freezer. Like, yeah,
I know, right?
I think that's disgusting, but okay.
Okay, it's not a whole half a cow. They chop it up for you.
Yeah, okay. It's still pieces of a body, so
All right. So this was fun. Follow up in 40 days, please. Yes, I will take pictures of my fridge every day if you want me to, just to show you the farm fresh eggs.
our fresh eggs. Yeah,
I am going to try that. I'm
It's
going to.
good.
I am, because
Do
I
it.
know that it is good.
it will make you more content.
All
'Cause then
right.
you'll know you're not brainwashed anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Join us next week for thoughtfulness, and we'll see you on Thriving Thursday next week. Bye.
Have a great Canada Day weekend. Take care.